Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We have a ton of content coming out for you guys every single week. We don't want you to miss a thing. Our usual shout out of appreciation to our patrons. All those tips and support are highly appreciated. It's only going to go towards making the channel better. We're hoping to add a lot more games to the channel, such as roulette, video keno, video poker, carnival games, things along those lines. We just want to do it right, which is going to be very expensive, so it's going to take some time. You could help us out if you wanted to. If not, no big deal. We appreciate you guys just tuning in, but if you're curious about it, go ahead and check the description down below this video on the patronage. And for our patrons, we do hope you are appreciating those patron-only exclusive videos we're putting out for you guys every single week. If you have anything you'd like to see, just email us on the site. We're more than happy to film it for you. As for the rest of you, please continue tuning in. We have, like I said, a ton of content coming out. And if you have any suggestions, questions, strategies, anything related to craps, baccarat, blackjack, payouts, casinos, Vegas in general, just go ahead and shoot us an email at sincityliving@gmail.com. We absolutely love to shoot these videos for you guys. It is our favorite thing to do. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into today's video. So today's video is going to be in response to a request from one of our fans, one of our viewers, I guess, to either have a home table, a home game, or something along those lines, where they were asking about drills to help with payouts, to help increase skill and speed with the payouts. Now, there's a number of different types of bets to worry about: come bets, place bets, don'ts, DCs, pass line bets, center action. It's a whole bunch of things. And I'm not going to put drills out for each one of these because sometime, hopefully soon, we're going to have the entire instructional video course on how to deal dice uploaded for our patrons. And I'm probably going to put, it's going to be probably anywhere between 20 to 30 videos. I don't know exactly how many it's going to turn out to be. Filming and editing these is taking forever. And maybe 1 in 5 of them we're going to go ahead and post onto our channel. The rest are going to be exclusive to our patrons. And I'm going to have drills in there for every single one of these things. But I did want to get at least one thing out there for our fan that's asking this question. So I decided to do place bets. And they asked for place bets when I gave them a choice. And what I'm going to show you is I'm actually going to show you, when I used to teach this, when I worked for a dealing school and would teach craps, I had like a mid-course midterm almost. I had 3 drills that the dealers had to be able to pass before they made it from block 2 to block 3, where we were moving more away from each individual portion of craps into dealing everything at once and dealing the game itself. So I had these 3 drills that I set up, and this is one of the drills. So what you're going to do is you have 1 through 10 units. You look at sister numbers, the 4 and 10, 5 and 9, 6 and 8. You have 1 through 10 units. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and $50 for the 4 and the 10. Right? Same thing for the 5 and the 9. Now the 6 and the 8 are going to go in 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, and 60. 1 through 10 units of each one of these bets. And you're going to put randomly 5 of each into the numbers. So you're going to have, of your 4 and 10 bets, you're going to randomly put them 5 each into the 4 and 10, and you're not going to put them in order. Again, randomly, mix it around, not from smallest to biggest as it's going around, but mix them up. Mix them up, because when you do it just straight in order, people stop actually calculating out the payouts and they just start adding $7 to the last payout, or whatever it may be. If you're on the 4 and 10, that's a little bit different. Now we're going to treat the 4 and 10 as if they are buys at a quarter, okay? So otherwise, we're going to do it. Now, here's how this worked. I would set the bets up randomly, and I would mix them up every so often, and we had a stopwatch. And in order to pass from block 2 to block 3 of the course, they had to be able to pay all of these bets properly and in the right spot out to the player. And although for the camera's purposes, I'm going to put it out here instead of behind the pass line. They had to pay them in 5 minutes or less. That was the cutoff, 5 minutes. They had to be able to pay all 30 of these bets in 5 minutes or less. Okay, that's basically 10 seconds per bet. This is really, honestly, not that difficult, but that was the standard. all of these in 5 minutes or less to make it to the second half of the dice instructional course. Throughout the rest of the course, their speed would improve. I generally looked at being able to do all of this in less than 4 minutes as a way to signify that someone was game ready for a break-in casino. They were not game ready for a really heavy moving casino with actual highly skilled experienced dealers. But for a break-in casino, 4 minutes or less was fine, but 5 minutes or less was more than good enough to continue off the course and actually start dealing the game in practice to other people. So let's split these up. And like I said, I do them randomly. Make sure you got the proper cap set up though. Put them in random spots. Again, five per number. So that's the 6 and 8. Now let's look at the 5 and 9. Now, one of the things that I would instruct my students is that they are not to touch these bets, because a good dice dealer can read this. You're supposed to be able to read stacks of 5 chips or less. Every one of these is 5 chips or less, except for the 6 and 8. Some of them are more, but they're separated into a cap for the most part. So again, that portion that's a cap is 5 units or less. So at no point should the dealer have to do this. And I would see that with new dealers all the time. And I would tell them, you are not to touch the bets at any time. Now, like I said, 5 minutes or less to pay every single one of these. And I would tell my students to talk it out. As soon as I hit a certain point in this camera, I'm going to start, and I'm going to do this very, very, very slowly, and I'm going to talk it out. But I want to show you how this works. So I'm going to get ready to go right now. So I'm going to start with the 4. So 30 is going to pay 58. So I'm going to cut out my $58. I'm going to cut it out nice and proper. Okay. Now 20 is going to pay 36. Cut it out my 36. That's in position 2. Now I'm looking at 40. 40 is going to pay $78. That is in position 4. Now what am I looking at? I'm sorry, that was 45. Wow, I messed that one up. That's actually $88. Read it wrong. Now I've got 40. And 40 is, I believe we just covered this, going to pay $78. All right. Then I'm looking at 10, a whopping 10, which is going to pay 18. There we go. And then I'm going to restock some of my checks here, because again, I'm in no hurry here. I'm taking my time. 25 is going to pay 35. 15 is going to pay 21. 50 is going to pay 70. And 35 is going to pay 49. And then 30 is going to pay 42. Right there. So now I go on to the 6. And I'm sitting right there. 42 is going to pay 49. 6 is going to pay 7. There's a tough one. 30 is going to pay 35. Another fairly easy one. Now over here I've got 48. 48 is going to pay 56. Right here. And then I've got 24, which is going to pay 28. Now I'm going to restock, because again, I'm in no hurry. Taking my time. Nice and slow. 54 is going to pay $63. 18 is going to pay 21. 60 is going to pay 70. 36 is going to pay 42. And then 12 is going to pay a whopping $14. Now I go to the 9. 40 is going to pay 56. 10 is going to pay 14. What do I have over here? 45. 45 is going to pay $63. 20 is going to pay 28. And look, I need to restock. And then 5 is going to pay 7. And I am running out of checks here. I'm going to have to restock again. So now I'm at 35. 35 pays $68 as a buy. Okay, 15 is going to pay 27. 5 is going to pay 9. 50 is going to pay $98. 98 bucks. And then 49. And I am done. That was going about as slow as I absolutely can go with this and talking it all out. Okay, I did this drill one time with just one hand, which dealers should never pay with just one hand, and still managed to do it in under 3 minutes. So once you get skilled and good at these payouts, the whole reason behind this drill, the reason I did this drill is because one thing that a dealer needs to do is be able to get 1 through 10 units on all of these down solid. Basically, I call it the picture. You needed to look at it and just see this, and in your head see a picture side by side with this bet as one picture and the payout in the come as another picture, because you've done it so many times you don't think about the payout anymore. You just look at it and know what the payout is. Because if you have 1 through 10 units down, you can pay anything. Everything else is either a multiple of it, add a 0 and then add something out, so on and so forth. As long as it's proper, it's doable. Anything. The $90 6 that every dealer that's been dealing for a while knows pays 105. Well, you break it down. 90 is what? Well, you know what 60 pays, the 10th unit. 60 pays 70, and you have $30 left. Well, again, you know it because you know all the 1 through 10 units down cold. 30 pays 35, so 70 and 35 is 105. You only need to know the first 10 units, but you need to know them almost by instinct. That's what just this drill was designed to do. So I hope you guys find this interesting. Thank you very, very much for watching, and thank you very much for sending it to us. We appreciate it, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.